Yo, in the building. It's me, man, Coach Fah. And of course, Lee Valentine never gets that cue right, but it's all love.
Yeah. What up? What up? My bad. I'm looking for a charger. Shit, I'm all out of sorts. What's going on, man? I'm Lee Valentin. What's going on, brother? Good to
Yo,
see you, man.
comedian extraordinaire. Catch him in the city. Yo, that joint you talked. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, you got to see it on Twitter. This British or Australian young lady in the front row. Her her man get up and leave, and this other lady get up and leave, and then he's like, "Yo, you know he going to smash that, right?"
Yeah,
Telling the lady who's sitting in the audience. Oh my god, yo.
bro, that was so inappropriate though. 'Cause they had, she came back. She had no idea what was going on, but some of the people in the audience loved it. It was funny to me, man. That's all I can
Oh,
say.
it was brilliant. So yo, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the building and we are extremely excited because right about now we got Mr. Lewis in the building.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
and
good,
we
Joe?
got
Iverson jersey.
and we got JP in the building.
What
The
is up?
franchise.
What is up, everybody? Oh, God, not the Philadelphia 76ers now. Come on now.
Look, we got internal strife already. I love it. I love
Wait,
it.
I got a question. Fa, is that that jersey from above the rim? Is
Oh,
that
oh,
a
oh, 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 you know it is. You know it's from the
Fire.
shootout, bruh. Hold
Fire.
on, hold
That's
on, hold
fire,
on,
fam.
hold on.
Fire.
Sis your ass. Hold on. The official birdie, bruh.
yeah.
Yeah. It's my movie right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's a classic flick, man. And
I had to
Shep,
break it out because Shep came.
he was at the Rucker the other day. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I'm on IG Live too at the same time.
Oh, look at you, all technifizzle. You're thizzle, my man. Yep.
I'm trying to pull attention to what we got going here,
Oh, yeah.
fellas.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
It's the Candid Corner, baby. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Candid Corner time. Bringing it to you every Thursday night. We got your hosts, Lee, Valentine, and Coach Fah. This is the show that talks smack about everything sports related, man. Even music related, TV related. We talking New York sports, baby. It's the Candid Corner.
Oh, you on mute, brother?
Yeah, you on mute, bro.
Oh man, yeah, I'm live. See, messing with people. See, that's just wrong. All right, so it's the NBA premiere.
Yes, sir.
Everybody,
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Fresh new season. You know what I mean? New injuries to happen. No, I'm playing big shouts, Bankai.
Wow.
Well, you come on, dude. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Love that dude, though. And he got a new Dragon Ball Z tattoo. That's fire. But we literally have the 76ers and Celtics in the building against each other live. That's kind of fire, right?
It is. It is.
Yeah,
It
this
is.
was not planned.
No. Not at all. Not at all.
This was not coordinated, ladies and gentlemen. This is just what's happening. All right. So before I jump into the new topic, y'all watch the show. Y'all know what it is. Stand by. Exciting times. Exciting times.
Sixers look strong, man.
Yeah, they
Sixers look really strong.
do. Yeah, they do.
Adding PJ Tucker for that corner three, and with his defense, I mean, he's a little old, a little bit older now, but yeah, they're
I
gonna
say
be
he
tough.
looked like somebody's uncle in that picture.
Yeah,
Uncle PJ. Uncle PJ.
He showed with us, huh?
he definitely look like bro.
You know, at the team barbecue, PJ is on the grill
Oh yeah.
with Cadillac loafers.
I'm about to say with the leather sandals.
And swishers. And a swisher hanging from his mouth. Go get me a Heineken. Come on, Joel, go get me a Heineken. Stop tripping.
He got on a white beater and one of those.
Yes, that says Jesus saves on it. Yo, and why is Brandon Ingram channeling Goody Mob, yo?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see that? I mean, yo, he going full Lion-O.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
That was terrible.
Big Gip energy.
Yes, very big Gippish, very big Gippish. You know, who's that looking at the window? Pow, pass the ball. Oh yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what today's show is gonna be like. This is the barbershop. You know, everybody got their own. Let's talk and let's come up with our agendas. This is the barbershop. We talk the talk. You know what I'm saying? So while we talking this talk, go ahead, Luz. Talk your talk. Yeah, I got pizza in the background. I'm not answering the phone.
Bro, you still got a house phone? Who has a house phone, bro?
I know, right? Like,
The classic.
I forgot Sleep. Let me just remember Sleep turned 73 last week.
Yo, you gotta have the ghost phone to send everybody to, so they don't bother you in your cell and at work and shit. Come on, guys.
Right.
I'll let that ring all day. I'm hardly ever home. I'll let that ring all day ring. Ring. Leave a message. Delete. As soon as I go home. Delete.
Bro, Batman is calling back. Yo.
Got a mystery caller.
See, again, I don't do mystery callers. So all of that stuff streams to the quote unquote house phone. That's my ghost phone, y'all.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
If
No
I
doubt.
want to ghost you, I give you that phone number.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
that
If I don't
phone still have
really
a
want to
two-
be bothered.
Does that phone still have a 212 area code? Your house phone, or is it 718?
Unfortunately,
Back in the day.
it's an area code that I'm not going to divulge on air.
You know what? 2
You know what I'm
minutes.
saying?
Oh, okay,
Come
okay,
on.
okay,
You
okay.
saw what happened to that poor child going to get some chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He told everybody where he was going to get his chicken, and he got.
sad.
You're not getting
So
no
that-
area code. You're not getting no zip code.
R.I.P.
Is this a
PNB
201
Rock.
area code?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not
Yeah,
even
that
a
was-
201 area code. That's my cell. If you got a 201 area code for me, that you're good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what I
No,
mean?
but
That.
It's the old school Jersey area code.
Oh
201.
no, that's North Jersey. That's North Bergen and all that.
Oh, okay.
That's like Inglewood area and all that. That's where that is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to live up there for a while, so
Okay.
you know what I mean. But I am somewhat of a hoarder. I keep shit, so you know what I mean. I kept that phone. I kept that number. I got that number like
Goddamn.
probably 20 years ago. Keep it real. Who got a cell number that long? Change phones. Keep the number.
Bro, I might be right there with you. I ain't even gonna lie. I might
Yeah, I
be right
never changed my number. I never changed my number.
I change my phone all the time. Next. Oh, you broke. Next. Same number.
there, for sure.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Same number. Who this? All right.
And
So
that has
before-
been our old phone ramble segment.
Here in the Candid Corner.
Now, a word from our sponsors.
All right. So I figure we break down division by conference first. So you know what? For craps and giggles, let's let us start in the West. All right, so whatever the division the Lakers in, they ain't winning. Next,
Pacific Division, all them California teams plus the Suns. Oh
Right.
man.
oh, the Suns and their racist owner, they ain't winning. Because he still got ownership and value with the team. They go to the championship, the value skyrockets. Nobody be able to afford to buy the team.
You know, every time, just on the side note, every time in my personal life somebody offers me to move to Arizona, there is always something that shows up to prove to me why I shouldn't move to Arizona.
And PE will remind you real fast. By the time I get to Arizona, they ain't going to move.
Facts.
They're going to move. And when
I mean, you
Arizona,
can't- You
Okay.
can't discredit Chris Paul though. I mean,
right?
he's still point guard. You know what I mean? So he wants to win. Ownership aside, he wants to win. And he hasn't requested a trade, which is really weird. Nobody's requested a trade. So they still have the same team. So
Because I think they're all waiting that the owner's about to get traded. So they're like, well, I gotta leave because he leaving. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if it flip around and it turn around and he don't leave, then you might start seeing trade requests pop up.
yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's
Yeah.
like real life Othello. Like, is he gonna leave or is he gonna trade me?
Yeah.
That's
They're
a
very
2K
interesting.
reference, y'all. If you don't know,
They're interesting. All that drama they have. Plus, you have Monty Williams and DeAndre Ayton. They have to like coexist together. Chris Paul. Everybody's been having questions about Chris Paul. Like, is he still the same Chris Paul? Because he didn't really perform great the second half of the season after he turned of age. Plus the playoffs too as well. He got exposed defensively. They were taking advantage of him. Devin Booker, like, are we going to see, a Devin Booker that's going to step up this year and lead the team and everything? They don't really have much like size either. They don't really have much of a bench as well. So they kind of going to take a downfall. They still might make the playoffs, but they probably going to take a downfall. And they had them at number 4 in the power rankings, which is really interesting and very odd that they're over like a bunch of teams that I would have higher than them.
Bang. Fire takes. Fire takes. That's what I'm talking about, people. This is what we talking about. Yeah. All right.
Aren't they getting rid of Jay Crowder too? I think
Jay Crowder, they're trying to ship him out too.
Jay didn't want to be there, so
yeah, he was the only one who requested a trade.
Yeah, so. He was like, I'm done with y'all, bro. Y'all can wait, you want to.
I'll sit at home.
For real. Yeah. Somebody. I think, not y'all. I'm good.
Was he getting out of there? Was he getting out of there because of the owner, or because him and Elfrid Payton have beef? I don't know which one.
Elfrid ain't got a job right now, so I don't think it's that.
Right, because they did play together last year, though. So
yeah, but Elfrid apparently is working at a Walmart or something. I saw something on the internet. Yeah, wow. So I don't know about that, but
that's an epic
downfall.
Job in nowhere. Wow.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now, I hope nobody sees
shade to the Walmart workers.
Me.
It's just a heavy descent from the NBA.
Right.
Well, I'm not sure if that's it. So don't
I thought you was
fully
quote. I was
me.
like, Jesus.
I mean, I saw something that says something like that, but since I can't recall it, I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure he's not in the league right now. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Maybe they'll bring him back in. And I don't remember him being on their 15-man roster or hearing him get waived or anything. You know what I mean? It was just like, all right, take care.
Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much.
JP, who's on that? Is Dallas still on that? On the power rankings in terms of West Coast? Because they did take a step back losing Jalen Brunson. So I would imagine that.
I don't think people are crediting that loss as much as I think they need to.
With the Dallas Mavericks, they gotta have like a backup point guard. Now Luka's gonna be in shape finally from beginning to the end of the season, because we seen last year that he wasn't in shape until the second half of the season, plus with the experience in Europe just to get more playing. Now, I do like the addition of Christian Wood from the Houston Rockets, that guy that can come off the bench and give you like a double-double when he goes in. They still got the same team and everything. Like I said, you got to figure out about that backup point guard issue and everything. Right. I also, I think they might take a step up if Luka, because I have Luka going as an MVP this year. I think that Luka might have one of those seasons that you have to say that he's going to win the MVP just because he's in shape and like you seen how he torched the Suns, just obliterate the Suns. So I think they're going to have a good season. But the Western Conference is loaded with a bunch of teams like. It's just loaded, so it's going to be hard for them because I like Jalen Hardy too. I think Jalen Hardy is going to be a really good addition for the Mavericks. So I mean, we just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I don't know.
And they still have Spencer Dinwiddie too. So
yeah, well, yeah.
I like Spencer Dinwiddie. I think he might take a step up this year since Brunson's out. So.
Yeah, I think he needs to.
He has to.
He has to, especially if they want to really go far. He has to be impactful come playoffs, and you only get that from working throughout the season. Denver Nuggets, y'all. Jamal Murray is supposedly back. Michael Porter Jr. is back. You know what I mean? Now, he's going to be on limited minutes, Jamal, but he is back. So that'll take a lot of the load off of the Joker, who's shouldered the load for like 2 seasons. You know what I mean? So let's hope he still got something in the tank come this season. But where do y'all think they're gonna reach this year?
I think that Denver is going to be one of those teams that's going to be scary if all of them are healthy. With like you said, Jamal's coming back from injury. Michael Porter Jr. coming back from injury. They added Bruce Brown from the Brooklyn Nets that can give
Right.
them like some defense and everything. They also they still have Aaron Gordon, who probably going to improve. I like Bones Highland. I think he's going to be something to watch this year, especially just knowing how he did last season. They also added. Contavious Caldwell Pope
Yes.
too as well.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I think the Denver Nuggets is going to be really scary. How far can Jokic can take them and everything? That's going to be the question and all that. He don't have to shoulder the load like you said. This season says he got a bunch of those players back and also has some additions too. And when they're all healthy and everything, they made the Western Conference Finals. Back in the bubble when all of them were healthy last time. And then since they've been going down and everything, then Joker had to carry the load and win those 2 MVPs. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic with the Denver Nuggets this year. A lot of people got them really high as like they're probably going to be in the Western Conference Finals or in the top 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean they lost Barton, who was a big
Yes.
if
It's
KCP can shoot
Yeah.
well as Barton did, because Barton was a scorer for them. If KCP doesn't give them that same production, I don't know if they're ahead of Memphis, because Memphis is coming back. They're a year older. They're better.
wiser.
You,
We'll
you
see.
said Dallas, LA is even better than them still. And they have all their guys coming back, and they added John Wall. So I don't know. They
Yeah, I was
lost
gonna
a
get
Yeah.
to
couple
those
guys.
Clippers.
We'll get to the Clippers, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, middle of the pack, Denver should be, but I think adding Jamal Murray does help them. That's huge for them.
That's the thing. It's just health. That's the question. That's the question for Denver is health. How healthy could Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray would be?
Yeah.
Now-
And is Joker going to be on the downside of his career starting this year? I don't
That's
know.
again with all the shouldering of the load and all the weight he's had to carry, it's gonna manifest itself somehow.
And playing in the in the what is it,
Mile High
in the
City?
championship, the Euro Championships or whatever it was that
Oh,
he was
yeah,
playing
yeah,
in,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know. So
I mean, but there's a few players coming back from the FIBA World Cups and stuff, so they're all gonna be facing that win too. Matter of fact, Luka, Giannis.
they were out.
Evan.
Luka lost early though, so
Yeah, he had rest.
he had a lot of time to rest.
So I'm figuring Sacramento, Minnesota, New
Yeah,
Orleans,
Minnesota and New
all
Orleans
in
got
that-
better too.
all in that same kind of mix there. Portland, I don't know about this. I don't know. I love Dame, but his team is lame.
I mean, you got Simons,
I made a song. Oh,
you,
sorry.
you got Simons, who's better. Josh
He
Hart
is
is a
better.
reliable guy. They're definitely not tanking. They got Nasir Little coming back from injury.
He's played
So they're not
42
gonna be bad.
games.
Yeah, they're not going to be bad. They're not going to be bad. And
They're not going to be good neither.
They're not going to be good. They could possibly sneak into the play-in, but they're not going to be one of those teams that you're going to be like, oh my God, you got to watch out for him. I like Anthony Simons, like you said, like a guy that could really score. He definitely stepped up to the plate when Dame was out too. I like the addition of Gary Payton II. Defensively,
Yes.
they also got Jeremiah Grant too coming in from Detroit. I like them, and then they also have Jokic coming back healthy too. But they're just going to be one of those teams that might sneak into the play-in, but just because of Damian Lillard and his production and everything. Hopefully he stays healthy. We'll see what Chauncey Billups is going to install into Dame Lillard this season. We'll just have to see.
Fair point.
All right.
Clippers. What you think, Lou?
Mm, yeah, they're gonna be the same. I don't know.
I mean, they got Paul George coming back, Kawhi coming back. They just added John Wall. They got a squad when they got their firepower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing too. Is staying healthy is
Right.
really the biggest deal for them. Can John Wall stay healthy and be productive? He can get to the basket. You got three guys
Well,
who can
he
create
had
their own.
plenty of rest, so
Yeah, and I mean, it's like
yeah.
for years the Clippers have known to have solid players, but for some reason they just can't seem to get over that hill. You know what I mean?
Yo, it's that dude in the movie Life. Yeah, the Clippers can't get right. Exactly. I love that y'all walked with me on that and was people.
Yeah, the Clippers, they're going to be, if healthy, they're going to be really dangerous. The roster is so deep. You just said John Wall, Kawhi, if they might put him in like load management and try to get him to stay healthy. Paul George, if he can stay healthy. Reggie Jackson is still there. Marcus Morris is still there. Luke Kennard, a guy that could shoot the ball and everything. Terrence Mann with the length and size. They got a really deep roster, and they got a good coach in Ty Lue over there. So they're going to be one of those teams. Like, I might put them in at number 2 if they're healthy, just because that roster is so deep and they can play both offense and defensively. It's just going to be kind of interesting of how a coach can do the rotations and how he would spread the minutes out just to develop that chemistry with the Clippers and everything,
Right.
since everybody's coming back. But when you look at them on paper, I mean, they're really dangerous. They're really dangerous.
Yeah,
What you
and
got,
even
man?
their bench is deep. Like they
Yeah.
got Covington, they got
Yep.
Norman Powell, they got all
Yep.
of these guys on the bench who are 3 and D players that
Right.
just
Yep.
plug
Yeah.
and play. You can have
Yeah,
so
and just
many
ball.
lineups with
These
these
dudes just
guys, and
ball.
they all play defense. So
Yep.
it's gonna be they're gonna be good.
The Lakers. Will they make the play in?
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Wow. I love that. Size,
It,
oof, and an almost emphatic yes.
again, it's health, but how do you count LeBron out, dude? You can never count
He was counted out last
LeBron
year.
out. AD was out, right? So
I don't know if that changes this
yeah,
year.
yeah. He's supposed to be healthy and
He was supposed to be
feeling good again. So
until he's not.
yeah, yeah. And I think it's weird though. I think it's weird that they have 7 point guards on the team,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, my
And
son still calls him Day to Day Davis.
I'm really crazy. Good idea.
That's hilarious.
He's 15 and he's like, oh, there goes Day to Day Davis. You make it even worse. He showed me something. I swear for goodness, he showed me something on 2K. He was the Lakers for his my career. They picked him in the draft or whatever, and he's playing in the game. It's like the first or the second game of the season, and he's like, "Dad, come here. Dad, come here." I'm like, "What's up?" Look, and it was Anthony Davis on the floor with an injury.
Oh, man.
In 2K, bro. Like,
Wow.
Very, very foul.
and he was just like, "See, that proves my point." Like that's not the. Never mind, kid.
Wow.
Go ahead. But yeah, I had to share that. That was hilarious to me.
I think it's weird that LeBron's game. I don't know what type of style they expect to play. Maybe they just gonna run up and down the floor and not shoot threes. But they don't have any 3 point shooting, and that's like the
No.
main thing you need with the LeBron team.
Yep.
So that the whole roster construction is just weird.
Yep.
But again, you can't count out LeBron at any time, and even at this stage of his career, and all the mileage he has. but the roster is poorly constructed.
Yeah,
Fair.
it is.
Fair. So Golden State has the best chance of winning it this year. Yay? Nay?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what though? It's so weird that Golden State won. They didn't have who I think Wiseman is going to be a really, really good player
Same.
for them.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
And Clay wasn't his best
Yeah,
last year,
exactly.
Yep.
and they still won. It's kind of weird, but
And
I
scary.
think I really think that the Clippers really, really match up well with them.
They do.
Okay.
So that's going to be, forget about the regular season. If they meet in the playoffs, man, I think it's going to be really tough for them because you can switch three guys on Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry can, run through six screens, whatever it is that he does run around the court, but you literally have four guys who can follow him on the floor at any one time. And it may seem weird, but they lost Gary Payton Jr., who was kind of like a spark plug
Right.
Yep.
Right.
defensively and offensively. But
And a little
defense,
toughness that he brought.
Yeah.
yeah,
Little scrappiness that he brought to
Yep.
him. Yeah.
yeah. And they lost Toscano Anderson too, which is not really a big deal, but that's just another body with experience that you don't have. But I think the Clippers are going to be really tough, a tough matchup for Golden
Right.
State.
Bang.
They're just.
Ooh,
Go ahead,
about
I'm
to
sorry.
say, on that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with the second half. We're going to wrap this up, and then we're going to get to the Eastern Conference. So, be right back.
Coming to theaters and record stores everywhere, the movie and soundtrack, Mike Crane is the Karatis Preacher. Satanist villains better beware, his kung fu skills are given to him by the Holy Ghost himself. He'll whip your ass for the Lord. Coming February 27th. Be there.
Boomer shaka laka laka. Boomer boomer shaka laka laka. Ladies and gentlemen, from the makers of Colonial Jollof Rice comes African dance classes. We're gonna show you how to Yoruba on down.
Whoop your ass for the
For
Lord.
the Lord.
I forgot I did that damn commercial.
Oh my god. That's the perfect caption. Oh man.
Oh, man. Yeah,
That's
man.
Dolomite. That's Dolomite for Jesus. That's so funny, dude.
That's absolutely right. Oh my gosh. All right, so we talked about the Western Conference a bit. Bang, bang. Oh, I love that graphic. Let's talk about the East, where all of our teams currently reside. All right, so Eastern Conference.
I mean, Mr. Lou, you start, brother.
Well, yeah, because I think you got the team coming out this year, so.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I don't like the way the NBA got us ranked way down at 13.
Oh, 13.
Yep.
How?
Yeah, but yeah, I think we're going to have
see
a
that
solid
at all.
run.
Well, y'all got Memphis in front of y'all or something?
They got the Suns in front of the Philadelphia.
Oh my god! Oh, yo, whoever
Oh, you
is
talking
that?
overall? You talking
Yeah.
overall? I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about like, yeah, no,
Overall, yeah.
no.
Nah, that don't make no sense.
No,
If
it
they're
is.
top three in the East, let's see.
Right.
Boston takes a step back. I mean, they got the same players, different coach. You got Milwaukee, the Nets. Cleveland might be up there, but
But
Cleveland.
they're not gonna be above Philly though.
Yeah, Philly. The thing with Philly is that they've had that team together for a while. They have the continuity, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
whenever you get a new player, especially of Donovan's caliber, and I'll say
Right.
this for Dejounte Murray too, when you get
Same.
a player of that caliber, it's going to take a while for them to gel. Whether it's just basketball, but that's just what we've seen in the league
Right.
over the past several years. So
Right.
yeah, yeah.
with that, I mean, just adding PJ Tucker, he's not a ball hog. He's not going to dominate
He's
the
not going to change
basketball.
the dimensions of how you
Yeah,
play.
he's a
Yeah,
corner
yeah.
three and D guy.
Defender.
So
Yep.
yeah, so that's going to add to their team.
He's Uncle
But
PJ.
yeah, and Doc is letting Tyrese cook. So
Yes, he is this year.
Yes,
I think
yes.
they're ahead of I think they're ahead of Cleveland and they're ahead of Boston
And
because Boston
Harden
has that
is
whole.
skinnier
Yeah.
and focused and
I
no
was going to
chicken and no
mention
strip
that.
clubs.
Yeah,
He wants it. He
I
wants
was
it.
going to mention that. Yeah, it seemed like that little comment Embiid had at the end of last season lit a fire in him. He basically told him yesterday's Harden is not today's Harden. So
Bang.
Right,
I guess
Yep.
he took that to heart. Like,
right.
I'm gonna show y'all. So I'm ready to see what he got.
All right.
I like Philly though. I like Philly. I still have the Bucks ahead if Milton is healthy though, just because the Bucks with all the experience that they have. I like Philadelphia. Embiid's going to have an amazing season if he stays healthy. Harden if he stays healthy. And that'd be a bounce back from what he did last year. Tyrese Maxey taking a step up too as well. And you still, PJ Tucker. You still got what's the dude's name? They added Montrezl Harrell from
Montrez, yeah,
Charlotte.
from the Wiz,
That's
from
gonna
the
bring.
Wizards.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge. And Doc is one of those coaches that's going to have a really good regular season. The question is, can he bring it to the playoffs? Can Embiid and Harden play great in the playoffs? That's always been the question with Philadelphia. They can have a
Right.
great regular season, but will they perform in the playoffs?
Yeah, his rotations are questionable in the playoffs,
Yes.
and
Yep.
he relies on these guys to get it right when he
Yep.
should probably be mixing and matching a little bit better.
Yep.
So, but he's still a great coach, man. It's
Yeah.
one of the best coaches in the league coming out of timeouts that I witnessed,
Yeah.
that I know. You know what I'm saying? So,
Fair.
still a good coach. You know, they got really good players. Harden is not a top 10 player anymore, but he's smart. He's unselfish, which is really crazy for a former MVP. Um, yeah, and I think just the ascension of Tyrese Maxey just makes them better.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still got the Nets coming out the East though.
And yeah,
Alright.
also too, I want to give a shout out to Matisse Thybulle. He's a solid player too.
Yes. Defender.
Word.
Defender.
Tell him I said what's up. So, Boston. I'm looking at you, JP. Hit it.
Yeah, so Boston had a lot of drama after the finals with the Emile Udoka situation. Robert Williams III, in terms of injury, won't be back until the second half of the season. If we saw a little bit earlier tonight, we see Al Horford starting at the center position, Jason Tatum at the power forward, Jaylen Brown at the small forward.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I like before all that happened, they added Malcolm Brogdon, which is a great move by Boston because he'd be able to score, defend, and able to facilitate, which Boston needed and everything. Then we got Danilo Gallinari.
And then he got hurt,
And
unfortunately.
then he got hurt. And then I'm just like, okay, go sign Carmelo Anthony. They didn't do it. So, but I
They
like
still can.
they said I'm just like, are you going to sign Melo because we need another scorer off the bench? I like Grant Williams. He might improve his role this year, but I don't really count on him to score consistently off the bench. We got a lot of point guards, and they're trying to share the minutes and everything. I just think that, it's going to be a little bit of trouble with the bigs because we seen tonight with Philadelphia earlier, like how like the bigs are struggling and they can't stay out of foul trouble and everything. So, with Robert Williams' injury, it's going to cost a little bit though. Can Tatum exceed expectations? Can he be a top 5 MVP? Can he stay consistent? Can he take less threes? Can he take easy shots? Can he drive in? He got a little stronger. Can Jaylen Brown stay healthy? Can he play consistently without turning the ball over? Because Boston will always be turning the ball over a lot. Can he like shoot efficiently like he did in the preseason? Even though that don't really count, but I like how
Jalen was the hero of the
he was.
playoffs.
He had a killer instinct. Killer
Yes,
instinct.
yes.
He
From
kind
the
of made
first,
me stop talking about. Give me a second. He kind of made me stop talking about Jason Tatum, who was fading in the big moment, and had me looking at him. We jump out there, Jason Tatum, but Jalen Brown, y'all.
Yeah.
Jalen wanted it. Tatum.
That's my point. So how come we not talking about him like maybe he can be the ascended one? Why is it all already said and done that it's Tatum? I think Brown is showing he wants it more.
I think it has to do with efficiency and some of his decision making in
Yeah.
certain parts of the game.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. That's the real difference. But to your point, JP, with those deficiencies that you saw from Tatum last year or in previous years, that won't be a thing because now you have a guy like Malcolm Brogdon who's going
Yep.
to know who to go
Where to put the ball.
and who has the hot hand, and he'll know situational basketball. So he has a
Yep.
high IQ again, but it's really a matter of health for him because he
Yep.
hasn't been healthy
Yep.
in quite a long time. But they have guys who are interchangeable at the point guard position. You could put
Yep.
Smart in there to kind of relieve his minutes. But here's the one big thing, the one big takeaway that I have for the Celtics. The Ime Udoka thing, but also Jalen Brown, they wanted to trade him in the offseason.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How is that going to affect him? People say it might not affect him, but those questions are going to come up. And if he has a bad game, those questions are going to come up. Is he still trade bait? If they're faltering, is he the one that's going to be traded, right, for a big name star or whatever the case may be? So that's the one thing that you have to look out for during this year. And
There's a lot of
do they take a step back too because they may
Yeah.
not have that defensive intensity, or they may not have because coaching has a little bit to do with it too, right? So
Yeah.
they have some question marks. I wouldn't put them at the top, but the good ball club, a lot of talent, but I wouldn't put them at the top.
Dang.
a lot of questions about the coach and a lot of pressure on the first year coach. Learning from Emil Udoka and learning from Brad Stevens. He's a young coach. He's only like 34, 35 years
35.
old. Yeah, 35. And there's a lot of pressure on them because they just went to the finals last year, and there's a lot of expectations for them because them Boston fans, they want to see a championship. They want to see wins and everything. So it's a lot of pressure on Joe Masali, and it's going to be an interesting season for the Celtics, and hopefully we'll be able to move the ball around and everything, and we can still have a good defense and all that. But like I said, we were missing Robert Williams III. We really are missing him.
Yeah,
I hear that. So Nets.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Hit it.
Hey, well, I look at it at one or two things. If they can finally get their shit together, they will be dangerous. But I got a feeling we're gonna get more of the sitcom that is the Brooklyn Nets right now.
Oh shit, that's funny. What you think, Lee?
I don't know, man. Talent trumps everything, man. If you have Kyrie there for a full season, KD's going to be locked in. They added Royce O'Neal. They
they got a bench. TJ Warren and them.
They got solid.
Yeah, they got a lot of ball players. They learned. I mean,
It's still got Steve Nash as the coach, though.
That's the question.
Yeah,
And coaching
and
does matter,
It does. It does. We know that. But here's the
whether
problem:
Kyrie
is
believes
that,
it or not.
yeah, that's the thing too. Is that they didn't really want him coaching anyway. They said that they would coach themselves. But
You
I
see
mean,
how that worked.
having a full year of Kyrie locked in, I think makes a huge difference. man.
Will they?
I think they will. There's no reason for him not to play.
There was no
isn't
reason
he
for him not to play in the games before the pandemic, but he was skipping out on them too. Let's not just hold it up to the pandemic. He's been doing this for a minute.
I don't know, man. He signed that. He's in the last year of his contract now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So it's a contract. Yeah. So yeah, let me behave, and then next year I'll kirk out again. All right.
yeah. I mean, last year of his contract, he says he doesn't care about the money, but he lives in Jersey, and they take
It
about
yes, it's a lot of
40,
taxes.
50% of his tax of that money. So
Yes.
he might be getting 17 million of the 40 that he's owed or whatever he's owed. So yeah, he's gonna play for that next contract, I believe.
Oh yeah. Oh
I feel that.
yeah.
Nets. I think the Nets. I think they're a really good team if they'll stay healthy. Steve Nash coaching is the question. Durant's still going to have a good season if he can stay healthy. Kyrie can have a good season. I know Stephen A. said that he got him as like an MVP this year. Just talent alone, which is crazy. I like Ben Simmons. Hopefully, he could take a step up. Be able to facilitate, and it'd be better for Durant and them to be able to make for Ben Simmons to make the team a little bit better. It's still a question mark, but we got to see more.
Did y'all see that? Hold on, I gotta ask a question real quick. Did y'all see? Maybe it was a week ago on Twitter or online somewhere. There was a clip of them shooting around.
Yes. Yeah.
I say that.
And Ben misses the shot badly, like he does. And the shot hit Kyrie in the back of his head. And that oops look that Ben gave was not one that showed me chemistry and camaraderie. He looked like he gonna yell at me.
And then he said, "Well, Giannis can't shoot," and I'm like, "Well, he won 2-time MVP and won the championship, so you can't say nothing, Ben."
Yeah.
Can't.
I think that might have been a bad. That might have been a bad reference, but I think what he meant to say was everybody said that Giannis couldn't shoot, and look what he did. I don't think he meant that Giannis can't shoot. I think he meant to say that people were saying that Giannis can't shoot. But yeah,
He
I
was
think
probably one of them people though. No.
To me, too, that's also part of the problem. Instead of trying to call out other people, he should work on making Ben a better Ben.
For real.
right.
Shoot free throws,
I
fam,
just-
and make them. That's
I
all.
just think that he can get to anywhere he wants on the basketball court. He's going to push the pace. He's 6'10". He's a good finisher around the basket, right? When he decides to, he's got a nice little hook shot.
Yeah, but
He's going to
just keep
take the
him
pressure
out
off.
the paint, and he got
Yeah.
brick hands.
Yeah, but you
But
also,
I'm with you.
have-
He's Doctor Strange after the car
Phenomenal player.
accident.
If he can get out of his own way, he can continue to be.
No,
great.
I know. I just like teasing him because it's fun.
but you know what? They have three guys who can pull up from anywhere at any
Yeah.
time, right?
Yep.
On the floor with
Yep.
He didn't really. He kind of had that in Philly, but not really. Not like this. He didn't have guys like Kyrie Irving or and a lot of times Embiid, even though he doesn't clog up the paint a lot, Embiid was down there, and for a guy who needs to score at the rim, that might have been a little bit difficult for him. But this is different. If you have to guard KD and Kyrie and Joe Harris on the wing, bro's going to be able to get to the basket at will.
Yep.
Speaking of Embiid, that's the thing with Brooklyn too, is they don't really have enough size. Like they got Markieff Morris and they got Nicholas Claxton, SC guy. The size of the Brooklyn Nets kind of concerns me because how in the world you're going to handle Joel Embiid or Jokic or any big guy down low? That's the question for me. They got talent on the perimeter, but the size in the paint is an issue. So
Fair.
Well, in the
I
last
think-
couple of years, they've had KD guarding, Embiid for a period, and then they even had you guys forgot about Blake Griffin going to the Celtics. They had Blake Griffin playing
solid
defense on
pickup.
them.
Solid
Embiid,
pickup.
yeah, Embiid playing or Blake Griffin playing on Embiid. So yeah, maybe Keith takes that role from Blake with guarding the Embiid or something like that, or just putting a body on him and helping out Nick Claxton. But I don't think that's as much as of an issue because those guys also have to defend KD. And, it's very difficult for a 7-footer to get out there and defend KD while also protecting the paint when Ben Simmons is going crazy. And everybody know Kyrie got jelly. So he's going to get to the basket whenever he wants, and he can create his own shot too. So I'm almost upset that I'm speaking so highly of.
That's what we were trying to get you to do. So,
but no, the talent is there, man.
Yeah,
it's just
there.
I'm still a believer in talent, man. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's
once
there.
you have-
I mean, like you said about the other team on paper, yeah, it's there.
Right.
So can they just translate it from paper to reality?
there you go.
Yeah.
Now, who got better? Who got better in the East?
The Knicks.
Yeah, we did.
I would say the Knicks. Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
the Knicks got a lot better.
Yeah, we did. We needed the point guard to settle everything else. We got the guy that can go into the paint, command it, quiet leader, but very much a leader. You know what I mean? And that's what we need. We need somebody that, so the point Randall thing doesn't exist for more than like 5 minutes in a game at all. Because it's still going to happen, Jesus Christ. But, I mean, just what I've seen in the preseason of how he's been able to run with the starters has been enlightening. Like, yes, this is the aspect of our team we've been missing for a couple of years now.
He's buying in, but
Yeah.
to your point, Fa, here's the problem: is that he may not have wanted to be in that role to begin with. He was forced into that role because Tibbs asked him to be, because they didn't have any other options.
Right. No, I get it. I get it.
So now you have that option, and Tibbs is convincing as a coach. He's gonna
Yes, he
get
is.
these guys to buy in, and that's what he's done. Now, look, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this, and I'm gonna post this later on after I watch this. But here's my Knicks take. A lot of people are complaining about the Knicks last year. They went 1-9 in February. If they win 5 of those games in February last year, this is a completely different conversation, right? If
Fair.
they go 41-41 last year by just winning 5 of those games, which, by the way, 4 of those games, or 3 or 4 of those games that they lost last year, they were up by 20 plus points. If they win any of those games, it's a completely different conversation.
Right.
So they've won 78 games in the past 2 years. Tibbs is going to have these guys playing hard. They're going to be ready every game, and they're going to surprise some people. I say they win 45 games.
That's why I got him 45 games.
I got him at 47, to be honest. I just feel like there's going to be some games where the other team, the big name team, sleep on us
Yes.
and get got. This is the team that can get folk got. You don't want to see them in the playoffs, number 1 seed, 8th seed. You don't want to see them because I don't think they're going to be an easy out.
Of course.
They may
not.
very well get out, but I don't think they're going to be an easy out.
Of course.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
And we've seen. Go ahead, Fa.
No. After you, brother. Preach.
No, I was going to say we've seen in other sports the Jets and Giants be a surprise, right?
Yeah.
And we know that coaching and talent matters. So
Right.
we're expecting the same thing to happen. And he getting loose. He about to talk crazy about the next.
There we go.
There we go.
Love you, Birdie, but yeah.
Nice.
So they're going to be the surprise team in the league because the Bulls got worse.
Yeah, they did.
I don't think that the Raptors did anything special to be better than they were
Charlotte's
last year.
not really either.
Charlotte's going down.
Step back, right? They lost. Bridges is not there. LaMelo's out for the first few games. And like I said
Leangelo
before,
don't play there no more.
yeah,
They lost Harold.
right. Cleveland they're better talent wise, but it might take those guys a little bit while to gel. Like, how's it going to be with Garland and Donovan
Right.
playing on ball? That's going to take a
Right.
while for them to figure out. And I don't even know who their coach is, but it's going to be tough for them to
Bickerstaff.
buy in with their egos, right? So maybe he can coach them up and get them to figure it out, but that's going to be difficult. And if they struggle, it's going to be hard for them.
They might come out and like basically be like a hot streak like they did last year. And then they kind of come mellow out, in the middle of the season. They can still be like a little playoff team. I like Evan Mobley and his talent. I think he's going to improve very well. Then they got Kevin Love coming off the bench. So and I like Karis LeVert too, another scorer. So it's going to be really interesting with Cleveland, and maybe Garland might lead the league in assists because he's a really good point guard, be able to play make and also can score the ball. But that chemistry, like you said, with Garland and Mitchell, that's going to be interesting.
That's going to be key. Same with Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works with DeJounte Murray. I don't know. I think they're going to end up bumping heads, the two of them. They both want to score. They both want to be the man.
I think Trey would be willing to be a little bit more selfish. Yeah, because he's a distributor. I think he shoots because he has to. And I think DeJounte off ball will help. Playing on ball will help him get open a little bit more. Kind of like the way the Warriors have.
I was going to say Clay and Steph.
Or Draymond bringing, and then Steph is running around all day. Even though DeJounte doesn't shoot as well as Clay, but just having this guy run around screens and getting open, he can pull it from anywhere. So I think Trey will be the one to, like you said, acquiesce a bit more. Okay. And he can still be effective.
It's interesting. I think they still be the same team like last year because they lost Kevin Huddle.
Yeah.
They lost Gallinari. They got Murray, and Trey has to be unselfish, like you said. Is John Collins going to be like?
He's going to be John Collins, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
He's going to be John Collins.
And then, Clint Capella's still going to be Clint Capella.
He's going to be Clint Capella.
And what's that dude's name? Bogdanovich. Can he stay healthy? Because he's injured. So I just don't think that Atlanta is going to be a team that everybody thinks that they're going to be.
Yeah. And I mean, you still got those four teams at the top. You got the Nets, Sixers, Celtics, and whoever else is up there, Bucks, right? Those are the top four. After that, there's no locks.
It's a crapshoot, really.
Yeah, maybe you have Cleveland. So and with the other teams that regressed, I mean, the Raptors are in the mix, but yeah, there's no locks. There's definitely no locks. And people are saying the Knicks are on the outside looking in.
Of what?
I don't think so.
Exactly. But these are agendas and storylines that are created in the offseason that they just pull out where they don't have something to say. Yeah. I mean, they're all pre-packaged, pre-programmed fortune cookies that you already know is written inside. Crack. Knicks won't be good. Crack. Knicks will disappoint. Easy. Easy.
Basing it off what too? It's so weird, man.
Exactly. So again, those little things they do, I just find hilarious. Yes, I'm making up words because I can. Damn right. We got 2 minutes left, and I just want to thank everybody, and I want to give everybody equal time to share what they're doing and how to follow and all that good stuff, so that the people then who watch this show right now or who's going to watch it later because they watch the game or whatever, so they know how to get with you. So I'm going to start with my main man, JP the Franchise, a.k.a. Wrestling Town.
Hey, you got to check me out on Twitter, JP Franchise 57. Check out my YouTube. It's just JP with a Z instead of an S and it's. I just put out a YouTube video today. We're going in the European basketball atmosphere. More videos is going to be coming along the way.
Fire too.
Definitely going to be a Wrestling Town segment because there's a lot of things to talk about. So definitely find me on those. And then thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's always my pleasure, my brother. Always. Mr. Lewis, blurtifications. Oh.
Yes. Good to be back in the Candid Corner co-seat for a hot minute. Thank y'all for rocking with me. You can check me out on the previous episodes on thecandidcorner.com. Check out my old podcast, the Chivalry Podcast, and the new podcast, the Blurtification Station, which airs tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just go to my YouTube, Legervase, Legervese, or just come right back here. We'll be at the same spot. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me.
Bang.
Yeah.
Big
All
one.
right, what up, y'all? I'm fucked up the intro, but I'm Lee Valentin. I'm a comedian, man. You can follow me on Twitter at Lee O Valentin. And check out where I'll be performing at, man. LeeValentin.com. Schedule's up there. If you come, let me know you there so I won't roast you. But if you don't make yourself known and you sit in the front, you're going to get it. So,
Bang.
it's always good
Warning
be
to
on the
all
show
who
with
come. Matter of fact, I might be out there next Friday night to check you out.
All right, let's do it, man.
Let's do it, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for watching the NBA premiere at the Candid Corner Barbershop. You know how it is. You know how we do. We will talk to y'all later, man.
Peace
It's
and
the
love.
Candid Corner, baby. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Candid Corner time. Bringing it to you every Thursday night. We got your hosts, Lee Valentin and Coach Fah. This is the show that talks smack about everything sports related, man. Even music related.